For backpacking and camping couples who prefer to sleep together, Big Agnes makes a series of double-wide sleeping bags. We're looking at the Big Creek 30-degree sleeping bag. This is a synthetic filled bag, SL90 synthetic fill. Compressible synthetic fill that still functions well even if it gets wet, which makes it a little bit different from lighter weight down insulation. At 30 degrees, this is probably a mild to warm weather sleeping bag. It is obviously large enough for two, but it actually does pack down and compress small enough that it can be used for backpacking. Certainly perfect for camping. There's a full-length zipper on either side of the Big Creek, so each person has access to the bag. Individual neck yokes here on either side, which helps to seal in warmth. There are dual integrated pillow pockets, which also kind of serve as pillowcases. You can bring your own pillow from home. You can put layers of clothes and things inside that to have a nice place to rest your head. There is a fully insulated hood, and for instances where it does get a little cold, there's a panel that pulls out from the face of the bag, velcros here in place, kind of make dual hoods. It just cuts the cold air and makes the bag that much warmer. We've flipped the Big Creek over to show you one of the things that makes this bag and Big Agnes sleep system bags so unique. These bags are actually uninsulated on the bottom. Big Agnes assumes that you're going to be sleeping on a sleeping pad, and because of that, the sleeping pad can provide the insulation that would be on the bag itself in a more traditional sleeping bag. So there are integrated sleeves, two of them in the case of the Big Creek, that actually secure a pad beneath you. This again provides warmth. It also ensures that your pad stays beneath you while you sleep at night, which is different than something you may have experienced in a traditional bag, which oftentimes can slip and slide off of the pad. This again better ensures a comfortable night's sleep. It's a full-length sleeve on both sides of the Big Creek that again fully keeps the pad in place. Inflate the pad, slide it into place, pull the flap over the top and allow the valve to peek through, and Velcro that securely in place. It actually allows each user to decide which pad they'd like beneath them, so long as they're of the appropriate dimension. These sleeves will accommodate 20-inch wide pads, which is basically a standard width on most sleeping pads. Big Agnes makes a wide variety of sleeping pads. You can also use a different branded pads so long as that's of the same size. Keep in mind that in order for the Big Creek to be a 30-degree sleeping bag, you do need to use a sleeping pad that's of an appropriate matched temperature rating. Sleeping pads are sold separately. A cotton storage sack is included. When you're storing the Big Creek or any sleeping bag, you do not want to store it in a compressed state. Makes this storage sack perfect. There's also a stuff sack included with the bag. When you're camping, when you're backpacking, you can stow the Big Creek inside of that. This measures 9 by 20. If you want to compress it further, you can use some other compression sack, obviously sold separately, or the Big Agnes girdle system, again sold separately, which will compress this down to 9 inches by 10 inches, which makes the Big Creek suitable for backpacking.